On September 24, 1869, Wall Street stood on the brink of a national financial catastrophe.
Prices rose at a terrifying pace, and fear consumed the gold room.
Chaos erupted as no one understood who was driving the gold market out of control.
Jay Gould believed he could manipulate markets with quiet precision and unshakable confidence.
Jim Fisk brought showmanship, influence, and audacity into every financial scheme he touched.
Together, they designed a plan powerful enough to shake the entire American financial system.
They began buying gold at a massive scale before anyone realized what was happening.
Each rising number pushed the United States economy closer to instability. President Grant sought financial stability, unaware that powerful speculators were undermining his efforts. Jay Gould identified Abel Corbin as the perfect key into the president's inner circle.
Abel Corbin quietly opened pathways straight into President Grant's private circle.
Grant believed he was having casual discussions, unaware that every word was being studied.
Gould watched Grant carefully, analyzing what influenced the president's decisions.
The Treasury delayed gold sales, not realizing they were being subtly influenced by gold's manipulation.
They were pleased to see that their plan was escalating exactly as intended.
Gold surged to $135, then $140, then $145, sending shockwaves across the country.
Farmers suddenly struggled to buy supplies as inflation began crushing agricultural communities.
Businesses could not survive the financial pressure brought on by the manipulation of gold.
Trade slowed as shipping costs skyrocketed, leaving goods stranded across the nation.
Rumors of economic disaster spread quickly as the public braced for the unknown.
By late September, the entire nation felt trapped by a crisis engineered in secret. Jay Gould remained composed as gold prices soared, convinced victory was near.
Jim Fisk rallied supporters to push the gold price even higher, regardless of consequences.
Telegraph lines burned with messages as markets struggled to keep up with the chaos. Gould issued critical orders under the cover of darkness to finalize his strategy. September 24th began quietly, with no sign of the disaster about to unfold. Then the price of gold reached an astonishing $160, breaking every limit.
The gold room exploded into full panic as traders tried desperately to survive the surge.
Some collapsed under the crushing stress as their life savings vanished. Then came the Treasury's shocking announcement that would change everything.
The Treasury declared it would release $4 million in federal gold to stop the manipulation.
The entire gold market shattered the moment the announcement reached Wall Street. Gold plunged from 160 to 130 in a matter of seconds.
Men ran for their lives as fortunes evaporated before their eyes.
Banks began to fail as the financial shock rippled across the country.
Newspaper headlines captured the fear and despair spreading through American households.
Jay Gould escaped unharmed after secretly selling his gold before the crash.
Jim Fisk
hid behind legal protection while keeping his fortune intact.
Congress launched a full investigation into the collapse.
Corbin admitted his involvement, but insisted he did not grasp the scale of the scheme.
Treasury records revealed a web of manipulation deeper than anyone had imagined. Congress concluded its investigation, yet no one faced serious punishment.
Newspapers demanded accountability as the magnitude of the scheme became clear.
In the days that followed, Wall Street looked like the site of a silent disaster.
Countless families lost their fortunes and faced an uncertain future.
The financial shock reverberated across the entire country.
Grant realized too late how dangerously the market had been manipulated. Public opinion turned sharply against Gould, branding him as one of the era's greatest villains. Fisk, however, reveled in the attention and continued to live flamboyantly despite the scandal.
It took months before confidence returned, and the financial district began to recover. In the aftermath, the government tightened its control over gold to prevent another catastrophe.
America learned that a nation's stability could be threatened when currency and gold fell into the wrong hands.
Official records preserved every detail of the scheme for future generations.
Yet the story of Black Friday 1869 was rarely taught in American schools.
It became a symbol of how powerful individuals could manipulate an entire financial system.
Countless ordinary people were crushed under a disaster they never caused.
Jay Gould remained a figure both feared and studied long after the scandal.
The memory of the crash slowly faded from public consciousness.
But its lessons remained as a warning about unchecked ambition and power. This is the untold story of Black Friday 1869.